We used to have each other's playlists. No, no. Used to be each other's best friends. Yeah. But now we go our separate pathways. But your heart's still in mine. Yeah. And maybe we could try it next week again. But I don't wanna think we're toxic. But who cares? You said that we're over, hands under covers alone this time. But everything I see still reminds me of you. Back of all your things, the memories of when I kissed you.
ついてたんだけど。これ？うん。これがついてたんだけど。
はい、ありがとうございます。
雰囲気みたいなのですごいなんかもう時間はずらせないけど、その2月の末まで働かなきゃいけないから、なんか中途で全部また働けないとやる。
そう、キッチン入りたくないけどさ、あれでしょ。そう映ってた。そしたらそんなやってみてな。気をつけてね。またよろしくお願いします。
Take some time. Need to slow down while I drive. Can't afford another red blue car. I miss your good eyes. I need someone to fill my mind. Can't afford another mistake-driven night. Since our break, I'm sorry that I blamed ya for things you can't control.